guys. So I wanted to come on and give you guys an update on Riley. It's been so long since I had mentioned what was going on. I think I mentioned it before, or actually I think it was like the day that I was traveling to Minneapolis, that he had, it was like 2 days before I left for my trip, he had his annual appointment, and they had run a whole bunch of blood work to check all kinds of things, just because we had mentioned that he was doing the weird meow a lot more frequently, and we were just wondering like what it could possibly be. And you know, she just said like it could be nothing, it could be old age, just like, you know, cats, like as they get older they can get a little bit senile. She said it could be that he's feeling something metabolically off. She said sometimes if there's something off in the body, like the thyroid or other hormonal things, they can feel it and feel kind of weird, and then it might cause them to do that. So they ran a whole bunch of blood work, and as I mentioned in my vlog, the day that I was, well, when we were driving to the airport for me to go on my trip, the vet called and told us that everything on the blood work was normal, except for his kidneys were a bit off. Not majorly, but a bit. And so she said it could either be that he may have some kind of an infection, or he could have just been simply dehydrated, or it could be the beginning stages of kidney disease, which is quite common in cats when they get to be this age, because Riley is 13 now. So they told us to come and bring him in for a urine sample. So once I got back from my trip, I made that appointment and we took him in for his urine sample, and it came back, excuse me, and it definitely did not show any infection or anything like that. But what it did show is they say it's about stage 2 kidney disease. So it's quite early, like it's been caught quite early, which is good. And so, you know, like it was upsetting to hear this news. But I mean, he is getting up there in age, and these things are to be expected, unfortunately. You know, my previous cats, they were brother and sister, and the female cat we had to put down when she was 14 and her brother was 15. But Riley's done really well health-wise, and so we've always just been hopeful that he would live even longer than my previous cats. Right, buddy? But yeah, hearing this news was a little disheartening. However, the vet seems pretty confident that with medication and a change in his diet, we've caught it, you know, pretty early enough that it should hopefully be, we should be able to slow down the progression of it, so that, you know, she says he should, you know, hopefully live quite a few more years. So we're just trying to think positively on the whole situation and just hope for the best. The good thing is that he is symptom free at this point. You know, we had no clue that this was going on because he is good. Like, the vet said his fur is healthy looking, as he's giving himself a bath here. His fur, oh, Riley, we don't want to see that. Okay, so, Riley, buddy. Okay, you done? All right, so, the good thing is he doesn't have any symptoms. The vet said his fur is really healthy looking, and his weight is good. His appetite is normal. He drinks plenty of water, especially now that we have the fountain for him, which is very important. Hydration is very important with the whole kidney stuff. So, yeah, so basically, once we got those results, we started him on medication. It's a liquid medication that we have to give him once a day. And we also have switched to a veterinary prescription diet. Thankfully, it worked out to only be about $10 more than the other food we were buying, because we were already buying pretty high-end food for him. But he needs a special diet with the kidney stuff. Apparently, with kidney issues, they need to have a lower protein diet. So, we've started him on that. And the vet basically said once he's been on the medication for a full 2 weeks, to come back and get his blood work repeated to look at the kidney function and see if there's any improvements. And, you know, she was hoping that there would be improvements. And if there is, then we just continue on with that. And I think depending on the results, we would either have to come back for blood work again in 3 months, or it could be longer depending on how well he's responding to things. So that's basically what's happening. And he went to have his blood work done on Saturday, so 2 days ago. And he did really well with that. The first time that he had blood work done there, they took him in the other room so we wouldn't be there for it. But this time, they did it in front of us. And I only saw how they got him into position for the blood work. But I could not watch the blood work because I just don't do well with that stuff in general. Like, even for myself, I cannot look at blood being drawn from me, or else I will pass out. I can't handle that stuff. So I was like, I don't want to pass out, so I'm not going to look. But thankfully they didn't have to shave him again. They didn't have to shave his neck. They were able to go in the same place. Riley, can everyone see? Sorry, buddy. So I'm just going to quickly show you guys. See, this is, it's actually starting to grow back, I think. But there's his little shaved patch of fur where they did the blood work, and they just went in the same spot, so they didn't have to shave him again. And it was really interesting. One of, like, the assistant, I guess you could say, basically, like, got behind him and held his head, like, up like that. But she did it in a way that, like, she covered his eyes. And guys, he was so good. He did not flinch. He didn't fight it. He didn't hiss. He didn't growl. He's such a good cat. You know, he just didn't do anything. And, you know, as we were waiting for the vet to come in to do the blood work, we heard a cat in the back room that I guess had to stay at the vet's. And he was not a happy kitty at all. He was, you know, like meowing like that and growling and hissing. And it sounded like he was trying to run. And like you kept hearing like bang, bang, bang. And like he just, yeah, that was a loud kitty there. What? He was a mad kitty. But you were a good boy. So, so that was good. So we're just waiting for the results now. I'm thinking they should be in by tomorrow. We'll get those results, and hopefully I'm praying that there will be, an improvement. So, because we want to have you with us for as long as we can, right, buddy? Yeah. So that is Riley's update. And this is his medication, Symmetra, it's called. And it just comes in this bottle. And basically we just use this syringe. And it's measured according to his weight. So we measure out to the 4. So he gets that much every day. And I will say that I would say about the first week, he was really, really good for getting his medication. I would just hold the side of his mouth open. Like I would just lift, sorry buddy, I would just lift here like that. And then Alex would put the syringe in there and just squirt it out, and Riley would just like slowly drink it. And it was really, really good. And we would just reinforce good boy with lots of pets. Sometimes we'd give him treats. And yeah, but all of a sudden, the second week, he started to try to fight it. So it's been a little bit more difficult to give it to him in the last week. I think he's kind of, you know, caught on to what it is. It probably doesn't taste the greatest. And so now whenever I try to go and like, you know, hold his head and open the side of his mouth and Alex goes to put it in, he tries to like wiggle his head out of my hands. He tries to back up. He doesn't just drink it like slowly. He will like do this weird thing where he's just like opening his mouth and kind of like going like like with his tongue out, like trying to just like, you can tell he doesn't like it. So he has been giving us a little bit of a more difficult time. No biting. So he has been giving us a bit of a difficult time with that lately. But we've still managed to do that. But it is definitely a 2-person job. I've managed to do it by myself twice. Because I just wanted to try it just in case Alex wasn't home to help me. And I needed to do it. Yes, we're talking about you, my pretty boy. Yes. Hi, baby. And I managed to do it by myself, but it was tricky. It was definitely hard, and it took a long time to get all the medicine down. Hey. You want to be left alone? Okay. We'll wrap up this video then. But yeah, so that's basically where we're at. And oh, and this is his new food. It is Royal Canin renal support. So that's what we're giving him right now. He still has a little bit of his old food left, so we've just been kind of like mixing it in to get him used to the new food. And that's basically all that's going on with that. And I just thought I would end this video with a couple of video clips that we've had of Riley from the last, I think I took them within the last few weeks. So we'll just end off with those cute little clips of Riley. Okay, so thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy the clips. Riley, do you want to say bye? You're going to be quiet. You just want to sleep. We'll leave you alone. All right, bye, guys. What you doing? You watching the birdies? Oh, it's all done. Were you watching the birdies? Where'd they go? There you go. Like the birdies? Like the birdies, Riley? Did you try getting? Wanna try getting them? Get him, Riley. Get him. Get him. Get him, Riley. Get it. Get him, Riley. Get the birdies. Get the birdies. Hi. What? Get him? What? Gonna sit in the squeaky chair? Yeah? What are you doing, buddy? Hey? So many birdies. So many birdies. Keeps trying to see if they're behind the monitor. Riley, baby. Look at mommy. Get him. Get the birdies. Get the birdies. Oh. Why are you looking up there? They're down here. Get those birds. Get the birdies. Come on. Come on. Use your paw. Oh goodness. I'm gonna show off your shaved patch of fur. See his little shaved patch of fur there on his neck? Right here. Riley, look up. Look up here. See his... That's where he had to have his blood work. Poor baby. He's okay though. We have to book an appointment for him to go get a urine sample taken, just to make sure his kidneys are okay. But other than that, he's fine. You and your bird videos, Riley. My goodness. Riley, are you watching Mommy edit? Are you watching Mommy edit? He's just been sitting here watching me edit. Am I editing, buddy? Hey? No. Yeah, he's going down again. He'll sit up and look at the screen for a bit, and then he'll kind of lay down. You're so cute, buddy. Okay. It's gonna make a liar out of you now.
Riley, come on. Jesus.
Do you just rub on your face?
Yeah. Hey, buddy.
A few minutes ago, he swatted you. He's not gonna do it.
It's amazing. He almost did it twice.
I know. The second time, he pretty much almost touched your face, actually.
He even kind of meowed a bit different when he does it.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what you're doing, but... Okay, let's see. There we go. You got that?
Yeah. Jeez, I heard that. Riley, what's going on, buddy?